guys, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. This is going to be a video mainly demonstrating what real fuel economy you can expect to get if you buy a new Prado and you're planning to tour Australia in it. Now, I'll remind you quickly, this is a very late 2019 GX Prado, nice and light, no tow bar, no bull bar, so we're travelling light as possible. Give you some of the road conditions in a moment, but we'll just have a look through what the actual fuel economy, what's happening here, and how much fuel it's actually chewing through. Now, I've demonstrated before in other videos that you can get good fuel economy out of these. It's a small 4-cylinder engine, and therefore it can handle lower speeds and get good fuel economy, you know, the 60, 70, 80, 90 Ks. As soon as you get higher speeds, and I'll give you an example. So see here, the cruise control's set on 115, and that's because firstly, they don't want to make the speedo correct for you for whatever reason. Okay, so some of the information we got here. So speed, 115, which is 110. You can see where the revs are sitting. Now magically, you'll see the transmission temp coming down, 108. I can tell you, I can't show you everything in this video, but I can tell you what I've seen. You can see we've been driving for 2 hours and 46 minutes, average speed 98 Ks. Obviously we slow down at times when we catch up. There hasn't been much catch up overtaking, but we did stop. You know, you stop for a leak every now and then, left the car running, that sort of thing, for a couple of minutes. But there it is, the fuel economy, 14.9 litres per 100 Ks, not towing, no tow bar. Of course, we've got a swag, a tent, and a mattress on the roof. Not a big deal. We are full, but we're pretty light when you consider we haven't got all the aftermarket heavy-duty accessories. This one's set up for touring. We just got a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 kids, and I've got my assistant here doing an awesome job with the camera, because of course I'm not allowed to touch it while I'm driving. Now, what happens most of the time is the torque converter is slipping in 5th gear. So right now at 2100 revs, we have lock, and you'll notice the temperature, well, it could be borderline actually, but what's been happening most of the time, flat road, I'll show you, right, there you go, flat road, right, so there you go, you know it's flat road, slightly undulating, but fairly flat. You know, if you go up a hill and it uses a tiny bit more fuel, you should save it again going back down the other side, so it generally all sort of evens out. Where are we? We're on the Great Northern Highway, okay, and we're heading from you know, Broome direction across to the Bungle, so pass through Fitzroy Crossing, Halls Creek, so all flat touring type roads. This is what you're going to get. You can see the EGTs sitting on about a few lumps and bumps in the road, sitting on about 430. We often see it go closer to 500, but a constant EGT of either side of the 400 is the go. You can see the RPMs, it's certainly in 5th, and the torque converter is slipping, so you'll see the temperature going up. It often goes up from 100. It sits, if you're just in drive like this, it sits on about 117. Okay, now the people that say, oh, just put it in whatever mode. Now, the fact of the matter is, I'll just, because I've got my hands free, I'll put it in 4th, right? There it is. If you want to drive in 4th gear at the speed limit 110, and converter like that's great, you're sitting on $3 grand, right? You can see the $3 grand. Not ideal, right? But then you say, well, put it in 5th. Well, that's what it was in before, and I'll show you there. It goes into 5th, and it might have even got converter lock. It's hard to tell at this point, but it usually doesn't. But it may, every now and then it locks, but the temperature doesn't lie, and you can see it there at 111, 110. If it drops, that means the converter's locked, and if it goes up, that means the converter's slipping. And at the moment, I can tell you, it looks to me like it's locked, and I believe that temperature's going to drop. But it won't be long, and we've got no wind, guys. There's no wind, maybe the lightest breath moving the leaves on the trees, but it's not like we've got a big headwind. We haven't had that. We've got a normal outside temperature, 25 degrees, you can see there as well. What else do we want here? We wanted that info back. Where did that info go? Let me just see what's going on here. Audio off. We don't want that. Okay. Where's that information on the screen gone? Let's stop the video and see if we can work out what's going on there. Rightio, must have bumped a button while I was mucking around there or something anyway, or the cameraman or camera person may have bumped it. Doing an awesome job. It is very difficult. The road is undulating. Now, So you can see that's the after start fuel economy since we started this morning, started the engine. Let's show you what it is. This one is after reset, so that's our whole trip. So our whole trip, about 10,000 k's so far, 12.3. This is what fuel economy you can really expect to get in a Prado 1GD FTV with a 6-speed auto, right? You can see the whole trip, average speed 66 k's. It's actually an hour and 35 minutes driving. We've clocked it. And what's the other information we've got after refuel? You can see 14.9. So for whatever reason, traveling along the blacktop, not really great information. And the transition temp and the software, the way it works, I've mentioned it before. I'm not going to whinge about the transmission temp. It's what it is. You can see it's 110 at the moment. It seems to be sort of locked, or it's going in between locked and unlocked. But this is what's been happening all day. So they do stay quite warm. And that's, so if you're driving around town, you may expect to get 8, 9, 10, 11 litres per 100 k's if you haven't got any mods like us, minimal modifications. But if you get out on the highway and you're travelling, you got a little bit more wind resistance at speed. That's the problem, wind resistance versus horsepower. And to this undersized engine in the oversized vehicle, the only way to make that power and torque is to put more fuel in, so expect to use it. If you put a tow bar on in a caravan, I'd imagine you're going to use a lot more unless you slow down. Of course, we can do that. We can slow down and sit on 90 k's, but it might just take a bit longer to get there. So each to their own what you want to do. I just wanted to put a video together showing you as much information as possible, travelling on flat roads on the Great Northern Highway. What fuel economy you're going to expect to get from a Prado 1GD FTV. Bada bing, that's a video. If you liked it and that's helping you, please give us a thumbs up. Reality fuel economy, you can see it, the information's there in front of you, okay? And subscribe, turn the bell, and we'll have more information, more videos coming your way soon. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.